There we go. Now we're live.
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
Truly is fascinating.
Hello NCIA, how you doing? Sorry guys for being late. It's just power was out, so there's literally nothing I can do about that. There's no internet connection, so I don't know. Unless you guys want to see a stream of me just walking around outside aimlessly. Let me post it in the Discord.
Truly is fascinating.
The neighboring nation of Liyue has the most prosperous commercial port in all of Tibet. This guy in Natlan. What happened now?
Alright, that's changed.
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
Botrix in here yet, so I can properly read the chat?
Ancient
No, he isn't.
Truly is fascinating.
The neighboring nation of Liyue has the most prosperous commercial port in all of Tibet. This guy in Natlan. What happened now?
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Hello? Alright, there we go.
We can hear you.
Hi NCI.
Hi.
Did my power go out around the time I said so in Discord? It went out like maybe 20 minutes beforehand. Because sometimes it goes out and then it just comes right back, but then...
That's normal there?
Truly is fascinating.
It happens sometimes, not all of the time. It probably happened like maybe once every 2 months, maybe a month. It'll go out and then come back in like
Oh my god.
20 minutes, but this time it was out for a couple hours. That's fine. You just go for a walk outside.
Do you have a UPS on your PC?
A what?
A UPS. Like a backup battery.
Add Astra Abyssal.
I just have the battery that's equipped to the laptop itself. Just runs off its own.
Ah, laptop, right. Same thing.
Yeah.
Different
but
PC.
even if I did, since the power's out, well, there's no power to my router, and I can't exactly like
Hard work is all there is
have
to
a
the craft.
battery to a router. And also, Botrix finally made it in.
Error.
Also, you are way quieter than NCIA. Am I? Hey, NCIA, make noise.
What's... I'm making noise.
Oh, okay, I know what it is. Now make noise again. NCIA.
Interesting.
There we go.
Yes.
I just had to adjust the position of my microphone and speak up. Or nope. Hold on. Hello.
Hello.
I guess I have to boost it up by a couple of decibels because its volume is like just barely hitting that amount. Let me check the properties real quick. 3.0 decibels. Let's give myself 6 decibels. There we go.
Take a look.
I've boosted myself ever so slightly, so there we go. It should be fine now.
Oh. Yeah.
If you ever feel down, just drop everything and go out for some fresh air.
It's still kind of crazy to think about.
Think about what?
I don't think I've ever had a power outage here. Like, not in my memory I've ever seen one here.
Really?
Sweet dreams.
Yeah.
Blackouts happen all the time. It also was
Interesting.
very windy today, so it was probably the power line got blown out somewhere, and then they just sent a technician to just
Ad Astra
plug it back
Abyssost.
in.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's fair. Most of the power lines here go underground.
Yeah, and yep,
It's not the really big ones.
there's the culprit, because a lot of the United States power grid is like above ground. The telephone poles and everything. I guess underground power lines would be really bad for an earthquake, but earthquakes are way more rare than windstorms. Wind happens all the time.
Ad Astra Abyssost.
Yes.
Thank you for the follow, Tyler Harris. Hello, Tyler Harris. And welcome, Lucy. Lucius is working on some new stream thumbnails, so that I don't have to use that poorly AI-generated one, but it's going to look in that specific style. It's going to have Troy Tactical Gaming, and then whatever game I'm playing, and also there we go.
Ooh.
That's fixed. So it's going to
Oh.
look like that, so you'll be able to recognize my thumbnails. Unless I use the buff Neuvilette one. Then you'll really recognize it.
Not long legs,
Huh?
you know? You're flat with long legs.
Oh yeah, he looks like Dr. Eggman.
Ooh, oh my god. Is this artifact better? I lose 2 crit rate and gain 1 roll of crit damage. Interesting. Tough call. What's my crit rate right now? Oh. Yeah, no.
You haven't quite hit your reps
Buff
for today.
Neuvilette, let's
Come
go.
on, one more set.
Lucy liked that thumbnail. Don't forget, Lucy. I'll buy you a Welcome Moon if you do. If you make the thumbnails. We're gonna get one for Columbina and one for Jebai. Basically, just the current banner characters. I'll just ask her to draw it each time and draw them each time, and then give her something. Congratulations,
Nice.
Lucy. You're official. Well, actually, you're not officially being paid because you can't be employed yet because you're not. It would be illegal. You'd need a couple more years. Should I buy Neuvilette's skin on my main account or EU account? That's up to you, Daydreamer. And if I remember correctly, you said that you play more on your American account than you do on your Europe account.
It's been getting quite busy recently.
Columbina and Jebai, right? Yeah. You can make one and then the other. So, you know, basically just keep the same exact sort of letters of Genshin Impact and Troy Tactical Gaming. Change up the colors, I guess, if you want. But you know the style. we said everything that we needed to in your messages. There's not much to do on your main account. You don't use Neuvilette there much compared to your EU account. Then it would make more sense to put it on your EU account. Because if you're on your EU account.
Quick as a flash. You're my target.
Yeah, it makes way more sense to use them on there.
On my top. I never.
Get moving! Stay back! Okay!
Form first. You're not going anywhere.
Fracture!
Let's go.
Stay back! The story has only just...
You're my target. Hand it over.
Confess!
Character reviews? Yeah, I'm doing them.
Leave it to me!
Quick as a flash. Smash and grab. On my mark.
Bring it on!
I
Oh.
guess so too. Stronger.
Okay! Get moving!
The game is way louder than me. Okay. I guess that this needs to go down a little bit. Oh, I know what it is. How's that? Yes, the game is way louder than me. Okay, yeah, just type in your stuff. I'll do the character reviews. I was just spending some resin while I was here. Let me check another combat encounter. Because I need to hear it. Alright, how's it now? I should be about equal.
Push through the pain.
Backup is here.
How's the sound?
Watch out!
I'll get to your reviews, NCI. I just need to check the sound. Oh, I think it just reset the ley line. Didn't help at all. Wow. Okay. Oh.
Orders given. Orders received.
You're so glad that you're not wearing headphones? Why is it so loud? Do I have to just turn it down manually myself?
My intuition tells me that something very interesting is about to happen.
That's strange that Chi-Chi's burst didn't revive Yehoda. Maybe it only revives active characters. Why? So, my voice is really quiet, huh? Because I just boosted it by like 3 decibels. I guess I'll make the game itself, like, lower in decibels. I'll make it a pinch quieter. There we go. So it's like 4 decibels quieter max. Can't be active if not dead. Yeah, I meant like it would have to have been the on-field character. Like if we were in 4 players.
Oh, Boss Nev, when can I get a raise? There's so much stuff I want to buy.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
Alright, let's look at your characters, NCIA. I can spend the other condensed resin
Exploration
later.
and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
It worked before, you think? Is it really still, like, crazy loud? Shouldn't be. I mean, I reduced the game volume by a lot. It's like a 6 decibel reduction. And my volume is still at 5 for everything. Hi, Kimiko.
Many
I've
insects
gone a
have a
little over my
compulsion to
calorie
follow the
budget so
light,
far.
and humans are the same.
Need to
Except
rethink
we
my
call
dinner
that light
plans to get back
hope.
on track.
Chug chug Eon sign. Yeah. Basically. But anyways, I'll mute this while we look at your characters. The volume is perfect now? Okay. So I literally had to boost myself by 6 decibels and then lower the game by 4 decibels. Like, I really had to attune it, like, a lot. But that's okay. We're gonna do Enkanomiya. Enka network. Well, Akasha has still got, like, I can't even tell what the main stat is. I just have to assume what it is. Isn't it Akasha? No, Enkanomiya, it pulls data from... Akasha pulls data from Enkanomiya. And formats it in a much more pleasurable way. And it also lets me do mass reviews all at once. It's not Enkanomiya, man. Akasha to me has more clear data. The only thing you like about Akasha is the leaderboards. Anyways. You asked for Skirk and Chuska. Well, let's have a look. Hey, you gain slightly more critical rate. I mean, critical damage. and you lost some elemental mastery. Is it worth it? The thing I like about Akasha is I can make multiple tabs up here. Like multiple tabs. And like have a list of people. Because right now I can only do like one person at a time. Probably better. I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you because your Chaska is at the point where what you just changed here still does not make your change is what I would call a vestigial upgrade. So what I mean by that is, say an enemy has 100 life, there is no difference between doing 50 damage and 99 damage. They are both the exact same hit when it comes to an enemy with 100 HP. When it comes to bosses, you can fire, what, 3-4 times with Chaska? So unless it reduces the number of elemental skill usages that you have to do, like full charged shots, the numerical amount, by at least 1, I wouldn't even call it an upgrade. I genuinely would not. Okay, maybe that's being a bit harsh. But the difference would not be visible. Like, if you went and fired at a boss, you're at a point where you can't, like, human eyeball it anymore. And say, oh yeah, that's definitely an upgrade. Like, how many points of critical damage is 1 point of elemental mastery worth? It changes per character and per enemy. As well as, like, per each, I don't know. Old Chaska, 547 attack, 147 elemental mastery, 275 crit damage. So 0, now it's perfect wasteless crit. That's the thing though. When we run reality versus probability, that's like a 0.8% chance of missing a critical. You, at that point, you will probably go multiple battles in a row before you miss a critical. Like, your chance to miss a crit is so statistically low. And the chances of getting melt happening from a pyro bullet against cryo affected is really low. I don't want to risk that peak. That's the thing is, like, even if you fail to miss 1 crit, Chaska is not a 1-pump chump. Every single individual charged attack is like, how many hits? Like 7, 8, 9 hits because of the swirls? 12 hits or something like that? So Yeah, it's a ridiculous number of strikes. Oops. What happened? I did. What happened? Did I just killed the Akasha screen. Oops. Sorry. Theoretical peak strongest single bullet is calculated at an adjustment of over 1.3 million. That's the thing is, though, what are you killing where the difference of 47 elemental mastery and like 7% critical makes a visible difference in the numerical number of hits. There's nothing in the game alive. The only thing that's there is probably Dire 6 Stygian Onslaught. And even then, I'm almost hard pressed to tell you that the difference is probably not there. There's probably a bigger difference in your human reflexes of releasing the charged attack quickly enough on the fourth shot, the fourth time that you fire. Oh, and by the way, guys, I will be streaming for only like 30 more minutes. I know the stream is short, but blame the power outage. But we could do everybody's reviews today. Don't worry. We'll have more Genshin streams starting next week, and I'll definitely be putting in the time. It definitely will be doing one on Wednesday. Either way, I'm happy to have an improvement. I would say that the improvement is there, but not visible. I would have streamed longer today, but I mean, the power outage consumed my time. What can we do? I'm sorry. I know, Kimiko. Next week on Wednesday. I'm going to have more, but I'm going to actually have the streaming schedule up. And it's probably going to be multiple consecutive streams in a row. Like, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know. Alright, where's your Skirk? You wanted us to have a look-see at Skirk, huh? You even leveled up to normal attack to 9. God damn, you really love Skirk. Cryo damage goblet, critical rate circlet, very good. I like to see critical rate circlets on characters that don't get a critical rate bonus from their artifact sets. I really like to see that. And the weapon is critical rate too. Very good. Attack sand. This is also an A+ for your Skirk. Your Chaska is an A+ too. She's fucking wonderful. This is crazy. The most perfect Chaska that I've ever seen. And considering I thought about my account long and hard, I think maybe I might get Chaska instead, because I really like characters that are mono-elemental characters. If I need animo damage, or an animo character, I could probably rely on Chaska to do that. The same way that I can rely on Neuvilette for every time that I need Hydro. And I'm looking for characters like that. And Columbina is Hydro, and I already got Neuvilette. Even though Columbina will probably be an enabler for Electro and all of that other shit, I'm looking for like one powerful main DPS of every element. I've already got Durin, which is Pyro. She's not animo damage, but she's an animo character and relies on animo. And she's multi-elemental, so that gives her flexibility that I really like. And for the limited roster that I have, logic assumes he's basically built for Durin. I've already got pyro damage. That's Durin. I'm looking for one element of one character of each element. And I know that she's not primarily animo damage, but it's just like Neuvilette, where she goes with a mosh pit of characters. And the most important thing is, I don't need to really pull a whole lot of other characters for Chaska to fire on all pistons. But I know that Chaska's primary damage comes from multiple different elements, and I just need to pick characters where, you know, they're less situational, and Columbina, it does feel kind of situational, so I'm probably gonna maybe get Chaska. I've already got a 5-star standard bow for her. Fuck's sake, Nova's already got enough of them, and Daydreamer's praying that I get another one. Yeah, talking to you, DD. You! Yeah! You! You feel called out yet? You want me to show everybody the unsea juice? Yeah, I thought so! Daydreamer says I wasn't paying attention. That's the whole point. I'm just messing with you, DD. Does anybody else want their characters looked at? Look, I'm only going to be streaming for like 30 more minutes, and, well, not 30 more minutes, well,
People
about
seem to think I was born with super
25-ish
strength,
more minutes.
But look at me. This tiny frame is what my genetics gave me. All my strength comes from consistent training with
The bow.
good technique.
Yeah.
Put in the same work, and you can absolutely get the same results.
Take a Floran, please. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I'm making a new rule for character reviews, so you guys should listen up. I will make it so that any character that is on banner, you get a free review of that character. If they are on the banner. So that means Shalonen
quite hit
and
your reps for today. Come on, one more
Varissa,
set.
everybody gets those for free in addition to whatever they get. Everybody just gets more. I'm just making that a free thing so that way, if somebody just pulled a character, they don't have to choose, oh, I really want to get some help. Well, I really want to look at Varissa, but I've got these other two characters that I'm working on, but I just pulled her. So, you know, that's what I'm going to be doing is that. That's a new rule that I'm adding to Hellamiro to all of my character reviews, and hopefully that encourages you guys to ask for more.
Show no mercy.
So you can technically get 5 reviews if you're a member. No, with regard, 6.
Wait for me!
Start the clock.
6 if you're a member. The 2 that's on banner and members get 4. People that have ever donated at least once for any reason. I still need to give you guys, yeah. But yeah, I'm just doing that just so we can get more looks at characters that are just relevant right now, and people that just pulled a new character, you know, they can show everybody what they got, and they can see a lot of what other people get too. Because I know that people do that, you know, they observe other people's characters when they're getting a review, and they learn from that. So, and there's people that come to have really important inputs of things that you would probably not guess unless you've actually played as the character.
Step aside.
Watch out! Turning point!
Move. Quick as a flash.
What on banner? Yeah, so basically, like Kimiko, she just pulled Varissa, but before she would have had to decide whether she wanted Varissa looked at with what she put together just recently, or if she had 2 other characters that she really wanted. Now, she could just get our on-banner characters for free. And then people who already have the characters, they can just come to Flex. And everybody can see what a well-built character of that kind looks like. And maybe we'll even get multiple variations of it. Who knows? This doesn't count for the 4 stars, though. That's too goddamn many. Just the 5 stars. Yes, I'm literally giving 5 stars preferential treatment. Be quiet. It's just a free. It's just a giveaway. That's not a bad idea, since some units like Shalon, Seatlali, Yansan, Chevrus can be used with a different set. Yes. I don't know if
I've
Shalon
gone a
is
little
much
over my
okay.
calorie budget so far.
Okay.
Need to rethink my dinner plans to get back on track.
If it ever becomes way too many reviews to deal with all at once, obviously, you know, we can only do so many at a time, but that hasn't been an issue thus far, so I don't see a reason not to just, you know, give more reviews, just because. But anyways, Clarand. Let's do it, Blue Regard. For example, I have both Scroll and Petra for Shilonen, for different teams. Yes, exactly. And with characters like Columbina coming up, you can build her as a main DPS on-fielder. You can have her on Deepwood Memories. You can have her on Silken Moon Serenade. You can have her as a lunar damage off-field set. Like, there's so many options, and people are gonna be like, "What the hell do I do?" And it just gives people reassurance to see. Let's look at Clarand. Let's turn the damn sound off so we don't have to hear Ian-san drinking. Voice. Mute. Dialogue 0. There we go. Anyways, let's look at this Clarand. Beautiful Clarand. Blue Regard. And you've got Gladiator's Finale 4-piece. I see. So, I'm wondering why you don't have the set where you get the Bond of Life. I forget. Fragrance of Harmonic Whimsy. She's not HSing the goblet. We'll refresh. Lucy says she hates drawing Columbina. Lucy, I believe in you. And I told you that I would reward you. I remember that you're not an employee. This is just me thanking you for drawing my thumbnails so that I can have human-drawn thumbnails and not AI-generated ones. But anyways, I'm assuming, Blue Regard, that you don't have Fragrance of Harmonic Whimsy, because the substats on these Gladiator pieces looks really good. Whimsy's not resin efficient, and Arlecchino's using the set. And I'd also like to point out that your substats look really strong with this set. Like, this is a good amount of attack. This is a lot on your feather. You have so much attack on your feather. That's really good. Don't re-roll that. Leave it alone. Do be warned, my art style does not look like the Durin one. That's okay. I want your style. I don't want the AI generated style. I need Lucy's style. I just gave you that because that's the closest thing that I can give you to, like, saying just draw the character on one layer, and then when you're done, you just kind of delete Columbina, and then you draw Jibai on there, and then you can delete Jibai, and then put Noel on there, or whoever, Nilu, or any character. So basically, like, it's always going to be the same text and background colors and stuff. We're only changing the character. That way my thumbnail is very identifiable for people with Genshin Impact. Anyways, your goblet, this goblet, I would say is definitely worth leveling up. If it's the only, I know you probably have other electro goblets, but this one's definitely worth leveling up. Especially since you got the energy recharge on there. Even though Cloran doesn't use energy recharge, there's characters like Auroron. There's tons of electro characters that love energy recharge. Therefore, I draw every Genshin character. Pretty much. Can you try refreshing again? I'll log out. It's refreshed. This is as close to an A+ as I can give you, but I'm giving you only a regular A instead of an A+ for this Clorand. Only because the obvious improvement is that, yes, you could get a directly better artifact set, Fragrance of Harmonic Whimsy. But your Gladiator set is rolled so well that getting a mediocre or bad version of Fragrance of Harmonic Whimsy would not be an upgrade. It would hurt you. So the upgrading is so difficult. Very low crit rate is easy to get 80. No, it's not. Wait. Unless Cloran descends with critical rate, does she? Let me see. For 100% crit rate. But Gladiator doesn't give a critical rate bonus. Like, where's he gonna get the critical rate from, Miro? She does. And even if she ascends with critical rate, she doesn't get any bonus. I mean, I could guess I could say maybe if she had like Marchus Hunter, her passives gives 20. Oh, okay. That's still really good. And this is a Gladiator set, so this is something that he obtained passively. He didn't actively farm for this. So for Cloran to be built this well from passive farming is really good. But I'm giving her a really, really solid A. The best solid A that I can give her. Not an A+, because again, it's not Fragrance of Harmonic Whimsy, but that's the only thing that could be an obvious improvement. But the difficulty of doing so and the fact that his stats are rolled so well. You need 70 to 80 crit rate for optimal performance. Well, he's at 80% with his passive. Fragment of Harmonic Whimsy. Oh, I thought it was fragrance. It's fragment. Promise that Troy Tactical Gaming can read. Anybody else want to get some characters looked at? Come on, let's do this. Put all your stuff in. Anybody and everybody. You too, Kimiko. Where'd Kimiko go? Hello, Ratam. How you doing? Check the description if you want Primogems, because there are codes in the Primogem description. Or Primogems in the description. Codes. And all of that. And those are up to date. I have the codes dated. I don't have a character to review. It can be, you could even just show off what you've done as hard work. It doesn't have to be something where you're seeking improvement. Sometimes people just want to flex. Be like, hey, look. I built a Deepwood Memories Lauma. Look, I reached 1,000 elemental mastery without Silken Moon Serenade. You already claimed them, thanks. Hello, how am I? How are you, Ritam? Will you review my flins? Look at the very bottom of the description and please make sure you just check that, and that's how you can get your review. Miro says I can show Petra Shalonen. Yes. Go ahead, Miro. Also, I think I probably need to like go into my Discord at some point and start giving people like special tags of like donor or whatever, because I don't really have a way on YouTube right now to like give somebody something on the top of their head. Kimiko. That's Kimiko's user ID. Chaska and Gangyu. Okay, good. Yeah, just like they're doing, Ritam. And don't forget to enter your user name with the numbers. Chaska and Gangyu. Let's look at this Chaska. Nice. You got her 4-star Astral Vulture's Crimson Plumage. No, that's 5-star. My bad. You can name up to 2 characters, and we review people's on-banner characters for free. And I'm going to look at that Varissa because she's there. So Varissa and Shalonins also get reviewed for free as well. But you can pick up to 2 characters. Flint's and Arlecchino, okay. So Chaska, attack Goblet, attack Sand, very nice. Critical Circlet. And only 5% crit overcapped, but that's perfectly fine. The Chaska is absolutely fire. Yes, this is a brilliant Chaska. This Chaska is almost like your Gangyu, Kimiko. I remember when I met Kimiko, she was struggling with the Gangyu challenge, and she got, look at her Gangyu now. Her Gangyu is almost at the top of the global ratings. And before that, she was struggling. And she was really frustrated that she couldn't pass the challenge. I don't even think that she had the constellations for Gangyu either. She was C0. But after a little bit of work, she did it. So good job on that. Yeah, this Chaska is perfect. A+. And you got your elemental skill leveled up very nicely. Elemental burst leveled up nicely as well. There's nothing to easily improve on this Chaska or Gangyu. Both of these are top of the curve. It's possible for Gangyu to be like a Melt Gangyu with 4-piece Wanderer's Troop, but she's a Cryo Gangyu with like Escoffier and stuff, and Farina. So, that's good. And this is somebody who's, like, before we met, her Gangyu was totally just an average Gangyu. But then after a couple days of playing and then getting, playing with everybody and just figuring out more stuff and getting some confidence boost with her artifacts and stuff, just being reorganized, she's literally top of the globe. So I'm very proud of you, Kimiko. It's good to see you come a long way with these characters. A+ on both of these. Perfect. Alright, let me see the next person. Compared to my Cloran, says NCIA. Okay. That's the next one. I'm going top to bottom. Do I do Twitch? I do not have Twitch. My computer isn't strong enough to run multiple streams. I'm streaming from a laptop. With a box fan right next to it to cool the damn thing off because it gets too hot and my frame rates drops horribly if my PC gets hot. So my solution is literally to put a physical fan to blow on my computer. Trust me, I do not have the same setup that these big streamers do. I'm streaming from a toaster, my brother. Quite literally a toaster. This is a nice Clorand. So this is a Clorand where he's at that 100% critical rate. Constellation 1 as well. I have not memorized Clorand's constellations. And here's the fragment of Harmonic Whimsy. There are good cooling pads for laptops that have a foam seal that very effectively push air into a laptop. Send that in the Discord as a link. Daydreamer says she feels horribly tired. She's gonna go to sleep. All right. I'm only going to be streaming for a couple more minutes, so speed rounds. We're going to go bullet speed to finish up the rest of these reviews. I know that I normally stream for longer, but because we had a power outage, I mean, my Discord is in the description if you'd like to join us, Ritam. I have my streaming schedule there, but this is Archaic Petra Shilonen with an energy recharge sand defense goblet, but why the critical circlet? What stopped you from using a defense main stat circlet? I guess because your substats were crazily rolled on this circlet. You got like pure energy and defense, and you're at 3,300 defense. That's my guess. You're overcapping. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And sorry, I got hiccups. Oh my god! 83% defense on Peak Patrol Song. I never actually saw just how high the defense goes for that damn weapon, but that's crazy, 83%. Alright, Ben 10. Let's do yours. Oh. It makes it easy for me when people do it all in one chat because I don't have to scroll. What was it? Arlecchino and Flynn's. Right. Some people, sometimes they want to look at a character, just see other builds. Other times people want to just show off their hard work. Alright, let's have a look at this. Alright, good. I'll give you a thumbs up for the weapon and a really big thumbs up for actually leveling up your talents. I always compliment that, and I always weight that the biggest whenever I give somebody a grade, is whether or not they've leveled up their character. If I see 1, 1, and 1, and I see artifacts like this, and the character's not even leveled up, you're gonna get a low grade, because you skipped the guaranteed upgrades. You dumped an unfathomable amount of resin into RNG. I'm probably still unhappy with the fucking artifacts, too. But this Flynn's is good. Attack Sand, Attack Goblet, Critical Damage Circlet, and 91% crit rate because of Night of the Sky's Unveiling, and then probably an additional 10% from Ascendant Gleam. So, 100. Nice. This is a great Flynn's. Really, really great. And you also got 2 constellations on him, which tells me you probably avoided the weapon banner, and I also have to give you kudos for that. Don't wish on the fucking weapon banner. It's a scam. Even though I literally have signature weapons on 2 C6 5-stars. But we're not going to talk about that. It's a scam. There's no point in going over 3,330. Or 300. So at that point, you can go for whatever. I also have 200 energy recharge, says Miro. Yeah, that's good. Your Shilonen is perfect. I saw the 3,300 defense, and then that made me realize why. See you in a bit. Gotta go. Hope I can catch the end of the stream. This is basically the end of the stream, Miro. Because, you know, I was supposed to be streaming earlier, but, again, power outage. So that just ate today's streaming time. Where's your... Oh, there's your Arlecchino. Fragment of Harmonic Whimsy. Very good. 4-piece set bonus on it. And very good, you leveled up your talents. Again. A round of applause for that. Any Arlecchino knows that they still use their elemental skill. No point in leaving it at 1. It's just like Neuvilette. You still smack them with the elemental skill. Level it up. It doesn't have to go to 10 now, but leaving it at 1 is kind of bad. I will pull his signature if I have enough for guarantee. Yeah. If you have enough for guarantee, then go for it. Yeah, but... I always hate to see it when somebody loses their 37.5. It's not a 50-50. on the weapon banner and then lose their fate point. They just, that sucks so much. That's so bad. But anyways, looking at the substats are absolutely insane, but I look at the main stats before anything else. Attack, pyro damage, critical. This is an A+ Arlecchino. I don't really... Substats are really good. They can help you a lot, but I always go for the biggest fish first. And you got all of that. And then some. And you managed to get 88.9% crit rate too. Once you start reaching like 60% from just like raw substats, only raw substats, not adding anything else, not a character ascension, nothing like that, it's pretty hard to get any more than 60%. And 60% is pushing like the limits of just raw substat critical gain. And like, look at this. Look at his statistics. He's got 2 or 3 rolls. Or actually more like 3 or 4 rolls of critical on every single artifact. Critical rate. This 88.9% is not normal by any stretch of the imagination. Like, this is the top single digits. I wouldn't be surprised if this Arlecchino was rated in, like, the top maybe 1,000 or 100s. In the top hundreds, somewhere in the top hundreds of Arlecchinos for the Overload leaderboard. His, there is one weakness I will say about this Arlecchino, Ben 10, that's glaringly obvious to me. And if you are using this Arlecchino in a Vaporize or Melt team, she desperately needs some elemental mastery from somewhere, and that's probably going to have to come from a teammate using either Silken Moon Serenade or 4 pieces of Instructor, or having Sucrose on your team to give you some elemental mastery, because she has 0. She has none. And to get your first like 100 points of elemental mastery with Melt or Vaporize Arlecchino is really big to her. So though you may have insane critical and stuff, you completely sacrificed your elemental mastery. So that's the only one weakness that I'm seeing in your Arlecchino. So if you have any pieces that you could change around anywhere, even if you do have to pay a little bit of critical, everything multiplies off of each other on a character, and your weakest link is always going to be the thing that drags you down the most. So balance is key. Balance is key, my friend. And that's your weakness. So you can make up for it with a teammate. You have an elemental mastery piece, but I will lose 10 crit rate for change for the time. That's okay. You could do that. That works. It's okay to trade a little bit of critical for some elemental mastery. Your character is as strong as their weakest link, and elemental mastery, you have 0 of it. So that's your biggest weakness. So yes, slap 4-piece Instructor on a teammate or something, so you don't have to change the build. Or give that, or switch to trying Overload Arlecchino, you know? Melt and Vaporize ain't the only thing that she can do. So you don't necessarily have to change the build, because this is the best Overload build that I've ever seen in a long time. But if it's a Melt and Vaporize build, it's not in the top. It's definitely not in the top like 1%. It's somewhere around the top 10%, which is still insanely good. But it's just, you know, that's the only weakness. It's still an insanely good character. Alright, did I miss anybody's reviews? I think I got everybody. Hello, Rish. Okay, this is the last one, and then I gotta end it. Arlecchino, Yelan, and Skirk, please. You can get 2. People that have donated, I'll give them 3. Members, they get 4. So pick 2 out of that. Arlecchino and Yelan. Okay, I'll do this really quick because I do have to go, because I'm about 3 minutes over the time where I said I was going to end it. But I do lots of reviews. My Discord is in the description. Nexus Nova. This is yours. Arlecchino. Let's look at it. Okay. I see 4 pieces of Gladiator's Finale. That's good. It's a good set on Arlecchino. And depending on your substats, it's better than a mediocre set. And this definitely looks way better than a mediocre Fragment of Harmonic Whimsy. So that's good. What's your Elemental Mastery? 145. That's wonderful. Calamity Queller. I don't know how I feel about you picking a Calamity Queller. It has insanely high base attack, but at the same time, I know how few options there are for characters with polearms. You got the white tassel, then you got a battle pass weapon, and then the rest is whatever kind of 5-star polearm you can find. So I'm definitely going to say this is definitely better than... I'm pretty sure this is better than Calamity Queller. Calamity Queller is best in slot for Shenhe and Eon-san. Right, but he's got it on Arlecchino, and it's got base attack. So I'm going to give it a question mark. I had White Tassel first. It's probably way better than the White Tassel, literally because it's a 5-star and it's way more base attack. But it doesn't have the 48% normal attack damage bonus. And it has critical rate instead of attack percentage. But again, the base attack is so high. This has significantly more damage. Okay. Alright. I'm willing to believe that, because the 3-star weapon is literally a 3-star. You can only push a 3-star so far. So, yeah, this is a decent weapon. I'm not going to ding you. I'm not very judgmental about attack scaling polearm characters, because attack scaling polearm is just very pay to win. That's just the nature of it. So this is a good... I'd give you a thumbs up on the weapon after thinking about it. The set is decent, and your substats are absolutely insane. And you've got great elemental mastery balance. I would probably rate this Arlecchino either equal or higher than the previous Arlecchino that we saw, because you have the statistics that you need. Even though the other one had the signature weapon and all that stuff, I mean, signature weapon is way better. If you had the same weapon, you probably might do more damage than his Arlecchino purely because of this right here, having the elemental mastery you need. You might miss 1 or 2 crits, but that's fine. Arlecchino is not the type of character who gets 100% crit rate, because she doesn't get like critical rate bonus with any of her most favorite sets to use, so she's not gonna reach 100%. That's not what this character does. And even if she misses 1 crit, she swings really fast, so she's not like Mualani, where if you miss the crit on your burst, you're fucking resetting. So this, I would give you an A+ for this Arlecchino. Nah, an A. Really high A. But you're stuck with Gladiator, because your Gladiator set is so good that you can't get Fragment of Harmonic Whimsy. And Yelan. Let's look at Yelan. Oh, nice. Aqua Simulacra. Also, I love that you leveled up your skills. Oh. Wait, he said... Yeah, we got Elemental Skill at 8, Elemental Burst at 10. I love that you put her Burst at 10. That's very good for Yelan. You got 4 pieces of Emblem of Severed Fate, HP, and Hydro Damage Bonus Goblet. Okay. Sometimes I see Yelan's go for HP. I honestly don't remember which one is better. Probably Hydro Damage Bonus, to be honest. And Critical Rate Circlet. These are some crazy substats for your Yelan. Very dedicated. This is an A+ Yelan. She's as good as it gets. You lost 2 times on Arlecchino's weapon. That's painful. Skill is not 8, I guess. It's because of the something's boosting it to 11 right here. I don't know what it is. Maybe it might be a passive. It's because of Skirk's passive. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so it is 10. I thought, oh, okay, so it is 10. So Elemental Skill and Burst are at 10. When I see that 11, my brain always thinks that they're at level 8 and they have a constellation somewhere boosting it. Yeah, right here. But No, it's at 10. So I was wrong about that. But A+ on Yelan. I don't see any easy ways to improve this character. She's got our best of everything. But I do got to end the stream. So I will see you guys another time. And thank you all for coming. I will have more streams soon. And it's usually longer, but I got to go. Goodbye, guys.